You're trying to narrow down who told that you had a knife and it was not me. I gotta conk up my plan. Literally, I'm just gonna choke his neck and sit on him. They tried to take my book bag. They was like, yeah, take his stuff, take his stuff. If I could say school was a jail, it'd definitely be that place. She was like, yeah, get out. My breath always smell like shit and Mentos, girl, but thank you for saving my life. I don't fight grown men, okay? Caught me. The whole class laughed at me. I don't know, like I was like, I'm embarrassed. Like the whole entire class like, we are in trouble. Call Paw Patrol. Okay, woo baby, I got some gaga for y'all today. Belly, back up, like you already in the way. Literally have not got to sit down and do my story time, literally because I've been going through so much. Like I really do kind of sort of want to update y'all on what the hell been going on. Like literally my life has been a roller coaster ever since I turned off that daggone camera. So let me go ahead and remind y'all back of what's going on. Then we're going to get into the story time about how somebody tries to stab me. First thing, I open up my computer, I try to charge it and my computer will not charge. Then I try to charge up my camera. Charging up my camera wouldn't work. So I'm trying to charge up my camera like 1,000 times. It would not work. It literally just, like, it didn't even break. It just wouldn't open up. Like, I don't know what was going on. Something's still going on with this camera. It does what it wants. Sometimes, random times at night, the things just come on. I don't know if Casper the ghost is turning this camera on or I'm turning it on. I don't know what's going on. Y'all, has been some serious gaga I've been wanting to get into for a very long time. I've really been trying to figure out what story time I wanted to tell. And I just couldn't figure out what story time I had wanted to tell. But I got it. I literally got it. I want to tell a story time about the first time I almost got stabbed in middle school. Let me just go ahead and set the scenery out for you. I was in 6th grade. This is maybe like 2016, 2017, 2018, maybe somewhere up in there. I was in 6th grade. It was time. It was the time. It was literally the best time of my entire life. So the elementary school that I went to was not a zone for the, you know, like the crazy kids or whatever like that. So we didn't get no crazy kids. It was literally like, we had some of the best kids in our entire school. My elementary whole entire school experience was the best. Like, we had pep rallies. It's in elementary school. We had like pep rallies, Dunkin' booths, popcorn, unicorns used to come to our school. We had the best school because we didn't have that side of the kids. We were literally in between a line of like county and city. Like it was literally quite literally that bad. So I remember when I had first went to them schools, I thought I was good in the city school. I remember everybody used to scare me and my family like, ooh, when you get to middle school, like it's gonna be scary for you. And I'm like, girl, nobody's not scared. Like, why would I be scared of middle school? Literally, like, this is my favorite time. This is my time to shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hello. So I'm like, this is like literally the best time of my entire life. You think I'm about to be scared of some middle school? And it was like, yeah, you better be scared of middle school because this is like the worst time. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. So I'm like, they is not gonna get me. My family was joking, but in reality, it was a very serious thing. Like, they were really out to get me in middle school. It was time to graduate. I was literally one of the most happiest kids ever because I was so over being in elementary school. I feel like elementary school is my longest years. Honestly, because I probably was like so hyper aware of what was going on. Like, I was just very hyper aware as a kid. So, I mean, I can notice, like, I feel like I've been here forever. Elementary school is 7 years. So, you do be there for a very long time, but in reality, like, nobody expected to like be in elementary school that long. Like, literally, I just like, I'm ready to get out of elementary school, literally. So I remember the last time I was in school, my favorite substitute, her name was Miss Robinson. She was literally my favorite person. She used to substitute long term. Then I was like, bye girl, I'm off to middle school. I wish I would have never said that. Now I'm scared. I'm literally scared to this day. Like, that school, them people traumatized me. It was time to go to middle school. I remember everybody was getting their acceptance rates, right? But when I had got my acceptance was for bad school. Everybody had gotten to this good school. We're gonna name this good school. We're gonna name this good school, and we're gonna name this bad school, bad school. So everybody got accepted into the good school. Everybody, like, oh, I got in. Me, I was a bad kid. Was not good at school. I really did not have good grades. Literally, I sucked at school. Always did. I don't care. Don't shoot me, shoot the messenger, and that's the principle. I don't know, maybe he moved back to Texas. But I just was never good at school. So I always got like okay grades, maybe like a good 70. I'm like, see, that's what I get for line. 60s, I'ma just tell you right on up. I had bad grades in school. What's that? What we gonna do? Okay. So boom, I had bad grades in school. I got sent to the bad school. All my friends, they got sent to a very good school, which was called the good school. I'm gonna call it the good school. They had good stuff there. They had gym classes there. Their school was like gym based. It was literally one of the best schools, while I got sent up to the bad one. So once I finally got my acceptance, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got this school. When we had got to 5th grade, they gave us our picks. They was like, hey, you pick your 4 schools. My first school was good school. My last school was bad school. And in the middle of them picks, I picked all some random schools. I did not want to go to that bad school. Like, literally, that was my last choice. So finally, it was time for me to get off to go to middle school. I looked at my acceptance letter. My friend got hers. My other friend got hers. I'm like, what did you get? Like, what school did you get? They're like, oh yeah, we got this. Oh yeah, we in this school. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what school did you get? They're like, yeah, we got this school. I'm like, okay. And I open up mine. I got the bad school. Literally, I wanted to cry. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to go home. Like, at that point, I was just over it. So, it was only about me and this other 2 girls who got the really bad school. We the only ones that went there. But the other girls wanted to go there. I didn't want to go there. As I come into the school, I thought it was going to give very much like high school. I thought it was going to give like, you know, we could do whatever we want. It was definitely a jail cell. If I could say school was a jail, it'd definitely be that place. I remember walking into the building, and it was one of the worst schools I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, literally, I'm looking around. These kids are like, jail. Like, these kids are literally like, look like they're in jail. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so sad. And then they had us sort of between 8th, 7th, and 6th grade. 8th grade wore blue, 7th grade wore this bright yellow, and we wore like burgundy color. So I remember I was in school. They started separating us in the cafeteria. I'm like, okay, this school is cool. My first class was gym class. Okay, do I look like I want to be in the gym? I get to the gym class or whatever like that. The gym teacher, mean right off the back. I'm like, why is he so mean? Like, we used to have pat rallies on Fridays that you had to get a certain amount of points. You can go to it, whatever like that. Like, if you was good inside class. But then I noticed that these kids are getting walked back and forth to class. So I'm thinking in my head, I thought middle school was like, you know, you start figuring out your own class, started walking on your own. They were walking these kids back and forth to classes because they would fight so much. It was knives being brought into the school. We had metal detectors. Metal detectors. Metal detectors. Why did we have metal detectors in school? We had metal detectors. We had metal detectors when we walked in front in a door. When you walked in the door, you had to go through a metal detector to get patted down. Your book bag had to be looked into. Your body had to be patted down. You had to go through a metal detector when you came in. We had to be sort of between lines. Like, our grade could only go on our grade hall. But they see you mixed up, babe. You get written up, sent to the office, and sent home. No mix up, babe. You got to stay in your grade level. And then on top of that, it was like gangs. It was a lot going on inside the school. Like, we had gangs. We had everything. Like, literally, it was like a theme park. I don't know. It was scary. I get to my first period is gym. I'm like, okay, this is kind of ghetto. Boy, raunchy. I have my phone in my back pocket. They're like, why you got your phone in your back pocket? Because I want my phone in my back pocket. How you going to tell me where the hell I had my phone? I guess it was against G code. They hated me at that school. We going to name this boy Boy, and we going to name his friends Friends. Literally, just to make everything a little more basic and easy for you to get. So I remember the boy, he was just like, why you got your phone? He thought he ran stuff. He was supposed to be in the 7th grade. He was in the 6th grade with us. I was a little confused. You supposed to be in the 7th grade, but you in the 6th grade bullying people. He said, why you got your phone in your back pocket? They sitting over in the corner like we in jail. Like we on a yard. Babe, we ain't on a damn yard. Why the hell you all sitting over there in that corner? So I'm sitting over there with the quiet kid. You know, I just want to mind my business, be quiet. But eventually, like, you already know I'm me. What's up? I stick out. The boy's sitting there. He mind his business. I'm over there with the quiet kids because I wanted my peace and quiet. Boom. Me and the boy go back and forth. We talking. He like, this is what's going on. I'm like, this is tea. Like, this is tea like that. I'm cool here. Wasn't. So we ended up leaving the gym class, and I thought we were about to just go walk on our own. No, they walked us in a line, a single file line, like we were in jail, to the next class. I'm like, oh, maybe they just want us to know where our class is at. No. We get in there, teacher ghetto. Teacher ghetto. Teacher real ghetto. She like, yeah. I said, oh, girl, you are ghetto. She was a New Yorker. We ended up getting walked to the single file line to gym, to lunch, and to every other class throughout that day. And I mean, I was thinking like, this is crazy, but it was normal for me because it was my first time ever in middle school. I didn't think that we were supposed to walk to our own classes. I didn't think that we were supposed to figure out everything on our own because this would have been like a transition to from middle to high school. Like we were getting older. No. They treated us like jailbirds because them kids fought so much. We was going down to lunch, single file line, and all I know is these boys, 7 feet tall, 6th grade. Dang, they get to fighting. Do. When I say I never seen somebody throw down, it was like gorillas in a cage. Like they were going at it. It was like boom, 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 knocking each other down. I'm sitting there looking like, oh my gosh, now this is the first time I ever seen them fight. Now I see why they make us walk in single file lines. Like we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Call Paw Patrol. And these boys, you know, they start to sniffle. Everything is funny. They've been there for a while, so they kind of know the place. So you're almost like the odd figure in the back. Like you're not like the, you know, it's like they know the place. They literally been here for a whole entire year. They failed school and they being bullies. They were bullies. They were in the back. They weren't really talking as much, you know. They used to talk to each other, but eventually, you know, your turn come around where it's time to joke in the classroom. My mother always kept me in the freshest uniforms, the freshest shoes. Like, I had all the newest shoes, all the newest uniforms. My mother made sure I was clean. She always made sure I was just clean going to school. My mother never played that. I took my shoe off to fix it because my screen was inside my shoe, and they going to say, ha, y'all smell feet? The whole class laughed at me. I don't know, like, I was like, I'm embarrassed. Like, the whole entire class, like, oh. I'm like, oh, that was the first time I ever got bullied. Like, it was bully time? Oh, it's bully time? It's time to change classes. First class was gym. Second class was like, I think world history. Third class was like something. Third class was science, and I think like fourth class was like, but you get an A and B day, so the classes switched. But in this particular time, we were in our science class. For some reason, the relationship was like in and out, because he would want to be my friend, and then when we start being friends, he just started talking about me to like other people. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, I don't know if he had mixed emotions about wanting to be my friend or not. I don't know what was going on, but for sometimes he would talk to me, and then sometimes he'd be like, like, we not cool. And I was like, oh. He'd be like, yeah, you a snitch. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm just here. Like, literally, I'm just trying to have fun. Y'all ever watched the movie Karate Kid when they moved him from, like, that good place where he felt comfortable to this place where it's like he don't know what the hell going on? When I was in that school, I used to literally watch the show, but like, I'm going to be like the Karate Kid. Like, I'm about to go in the backyard and, like, fight in the rain and shit. We get to school, but I'm like that. They just start talking. He start mumbling in the back of his breath. He like, da-da-da-da-da. He told on me. He told on me that I had my knife. Da-da-da-da-da. I said, oh my gosh, who is he talking about? The boy kept talking. Eventually, I guess the teacher peeped that he was talking about me. She was like, yeah, get out. My breath always smelled like shit and Mentos, girl. But thank you for saving my life, because they was trying to whip my ass. He was trying to conquer up a plan to whip my ass. So they put us inside the office, and it was like, okay, y'all go to like the admin or whatever like that and talk about the situation. So I get inside the admin office. I'm like, yeah. Because he messed with me talking about, I told that he had a knife. I ain't telling he had a knife. I beat him up. Yeah, I fight grown men. Baby, I didn't fight a damn bird. I wouldn't fight a damn grape. Like, literally, I was so scared, so tiny. I just seen y'all fight back there like gorillas. Like, you're not beating me up like that. So I was like, you know, like, yeah, I fight grown men. He didn't leave me alone. He was like, I don't fight grown men. Okay, caught me. You got me there. You got me in my lie. But, like, can you act a little scared or something and leave me alone? So eventually, we get out of the office. Everything okay. He holds the boy there, and I go back to class. I'm pretty sure he told that boy, like, leave that motherfucker boy alone. So we get to class or whatever like that. And the day is coming to an end. Now, I think that he think I told. We used to catch the bus. I used to catch the bus up to a stop to where my mother used to pick me up from the top of the hill. So it was almost like a shuttle type of moment. So I remember I had got to the locker. These boys, I'm getting my stuff out the locker. Last class. All I know is these boys sitting outside. I look out. I see them outside. I said, oh my gosh. I really felt like I'm in like Diary of the Wimpy Kid out this bitch. Like, why did he want it with me so bad? Why did he got it out for me so bad? He was so hater. Like, he was so hater. That boy literally had it out for me for no reason. Like, he was really a hater. Like, I'm like, why are you hating? So eventually I comes outside to my locker. Now, this is where I really feel like the Diary of the Wimpy Kid mom kicked in, because I see him waiting behind me. So I said, I'm gonna go down the back steps, because it was front steps and it was back steps. And I said, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna hide. I go down the back steps just to see if he was following me, because I was a little skeptical. Like, he's not following me right now. Because I didn't think he was following me. I thought I was good. All I know is I see him come down the back step. I said, oh my gosh. I runs down the step and I hide in the cut. In the back, he comes, you can see him. I peek out the hole and see what he was gonna do. He breathing hard. He said, dang, where'd he go? Baby, I was in the back step. Baby, you wanna catch me? You trying to beat me up? Psych. I hid it from him. Like, he was trying to give me a black eye. Like, I can't be ugly. Especially when I was out in the back step and he couldn't catch up with me. I stayed in the back step. I waited till he went back up the stairs, and then I went back. I called my mother. I'm like, because you remember I told y'all I catch the bus. I used to catch the bus. I called my mother and I was like, girl, you gotta come get me. Like, my stomach hurt and I missed the bus. Like, literally, I'm about to poop in my house. She's like, okay, I'll come down there and get you. No, even though my mother felt like was a little lazy, because she was sitting at the top of the hill. Like, girl, you could have joined in there and got me every day, because next day I couldn't make that excuse. So next day it was time to get on the bus. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. They was like, hey, let me hold your bus pass. I'm like, why do I need my bus pass? They're like, let me just see it real quick. I get in my bus pass, they start running off my bus pass. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is literally bullying. Like, leave me alone. I get to the bus that day, and all I know is they tried to take my book bag. They was like, yeah, take his stuff, take his stuff. And I said, what are y'all doing? Don't take my book bag. When I got in the car, I told my mother what happened. She was like, why didn't you tell me, you know, why didn't you call me and let me know what happened so I could have met them at the bus? I said, girl, I don't know why I didn't call you and tell you what happened. Like, I just was scared. I just was like, I just didn't want nothing to happen. She was like, you should have called me and said something. And the next day rolls around, it was time for me to go on the bus again and catch her at the top of the block. All I know is the boy come up to me like, yeah, so he told her I had a knife. I said, no, I did not. You're trying to narrow down who told that you had a knife, and it was not me, because honestly, 100% honest, I can care less about you having a knife. I promise you I do not care. So the boy like, yeah, he told that I had a knife. He told her I had a knife. I'm like, really, honestly, I do not care about you having a knife. Like, can you just leave me alone? I just want to go home. I just want to go home, do my schoolwork and mind my business. Like, I just want to go home. I got my fresh sneaks on. Outfit spick and span, still got the creases in it. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to fight you. Don't let his bitch ass get you like the other boy got you. What the fuck that's supposed to mean? Why am I being called big? Like, is this like fat phobic? How the other boy got him? Why, like, I'm confused now. I gotta conquer up my plan. I say I'm gonna choke his neck. Like, literally, I'm just gonna choke his neck and sit on him. And over there with my shorts on down to my knees. You know, my sneaks on real fresh. You know, my shirt real spritzy. You know, I think I'm just, you just called me a big ass here? Like, What is our problem right now? Principal had to sit outside by the bus to make sure no kids were fighting or got hurt. That's how bad the school was. The school literally, quite literally, just sucked. Like, it was a very horrible school. And the only thing that was saving that school was just 92Q barbecue that used to happen every Friday. So eventually, I had moved schools halfway through my 6th grade year. I was so happy, but I was so sad at the same time because it was theater class. And if anybody know, I always wanted to be an actor. So I remember when I was in theater class, I really enjoyed that. And so first semester was another class. I think it was gym. Second semester was theater. And I was told, hey, you're gonna have theater class. I love that class. So I was in there. I used to act. I used to have fun in that class. It was finally getting fun for me in middle school. But for the most part, it was the worst. I had the worst experience ever going to a ghetto school. Now, as to what happened to the boy, I don't know where he's at today. Hopefully he's not 6 feet under because his life was definitely going in the wrong way. Him and his friends, they were just very mean, ignorant, horrible people. So it's A or B for them right now. I couldn't tell you. I don't keep up with them. I hope you burn in hell. Like, I don't wish you nothing, but I don't wish you no best. You were very mean, and you're sick. You need to go speak to a psychiatrist. Cause I know you. If you were crazy like that back then, we were only in 6th, 7th grade. You're insane right now. You literally, I know your eyeballs are bulging out your head. So I moved schools. So I don't know what happened to them. It was my last time. I remember being in my last day. My last day was like my theater class. I had such a good time, and I have never seen the boys again. That was the time that the boys tried to stab me. They were trying to get me. They tried to stab me. They said they were going to stab me up. They said they was going to whip my ass outside the bus stop. They told me don't let him get you like the other boy got you. You see he big. Like, what is going on? I moved schools out to county schools where it was way better. We went to our own classes. We went to our own lunch. Everything we did it on our own. So it was like totally different from what I was used to. But it was better for the children's sake. I could not walk through a metal detector when I came to school. I didn't have to bring a knife. I didn't have to worry about mace or any objects to protect myself inside of school because it wasn't them type of kids there. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a big thumbs up and some comments on some videos you would like to see, y'all. And until next time, everybody, bye. Bye-bye.